struggling.
Well, can you get off me? Let's compromise. I'm not going to blow it. Can you get off me? Can you get off me, please? Or I'm not going to come.
Stop struggling. Stop struggling. This man's under arrest.
You're under arrest.
Vagrancy Act.
This episode is brought to us by Coley Burks. Be sure to check the link below and subscribe to his channel and give him the credit he deserves. In this episode, Auditor Coley finds himself at Hendon Police Academy, and what unfolds is one of the wildest overreactions you'll ever see. A publicly accessible gate is left wide open. Security doesn't stop him or his friend, and the two simply walk in and observe firearms training from a distance while openly recording. But the moment the officers spot a camera, they completely lose composure. An inspector storms in, panics, and slaps on a false, outdated arrest power, uses force.
We're here to document the training exercise. The one that's going on now.
Training exercise here?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. You're not meant to be filming this kind of training. Who are you with? Who are you?
Oh, we were told that we could come here and film.
Who are you guys?
No, we're just members of the public, sent on behalf of PINAC.
Okay. Yeah.
And we were told that we could come here and film this training exercise.
Technically, this is firearms training. Because it's firearms training, you don't have to film unless you get permission from our chief firearms instructor. So
where is he?
Previous permission. He doesn't work here. He works at Milton. So if you haven't come with any kind of prior arrangement, we can't let you film it, unfortunately.
All right.
Are you guys escorting these two?
No, we were just going to see if they got IDs.
Yeah.
No, we're from PINAC.
Yeah, have you got any idea on you?
No, we don't carry ID. No.
Well, you would have visitors
How
pass.
did you get in through the front door?
We just walked in.
No, the security guys.
Okay, you need to sign in with somebody.
The gate was wide open though.
Yeah, okay, but we need to go back to security and sign you in.
Okay.
Is that all right?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, let's do that.
So then we're allowed to be around here.
As long as you've got someone here who can sign you in and who can account for who you are.
The moment the officers ran over and demanded, "How did you get in here?" they exposed the real issue, their own security failure. Coley didn't hesitate or make excuses. He simply said, "We just walked in. The gate was wide open." That's the key point. If a police academy doing firearms training can't even keep a public gate closed or properly watched, then the problem isn't a member of the public entering. The problem is that the academy left itself unprotected. In fact, Coley tested their security better than their own staff did. This wasn't a crime or suspicious behavior. It was a failure in policing, and the officers realized it as soon as he said it.
Okay. We're not here for any trouble. We just want to take some photos and to make a video. That's all.
That's all right. But if you can sign in at the front, yeah.
Can you sign us in?
I can't because I don't know who you are. But it needs to be someone who knows who you are.
Okay.
Can we go and do that? Please? We've got to go to the front, mate, anyway.
Do we?
We do, yeah.
What, because you say so?
Because it's a police building.
Yeah, but it's publicly accessible though.
Okay, but someone still needs to sign you into the building.
Hello.
Inspector Towell.
Hello.
I'm based here.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, arresting both of you at the moment.
Arrested us?
Yeah.
For what?
Trespassing.
That's a civil matter.
Yeah. Section 4.
Right.
Yeah, the Vagrancy Act 1824.
1824.
Closed premises.
It's not enclosed, there's an implied right of
You're
access.
under arrest.
Okay.
Okay.
And I'm under arrest as well.
Has anyone here got a pair of handcuffs?
Don't need to put us in cuffs, I'll comply.
Okay.
So
Well, if you walk me over to the front of the entry.
You're going to take us into custody now, are you?
You are both under arrest, yes.
For what?
I've just explained to you.
Inspector Tao arrives and immediately does what no competent officer should do. He arrests first and thinks later. He doesn't ask questions, seek clarification, or investigate. He simply declares trespass under Section 4 of the Vagrancy Act 1824, as if he's made a smart legal move. In reality, he shows he doesn't understand his own powers. That law is nearly 200 years old and was meant to deal with rogues and vagrants wandering the streets, not ordinary members of the public walking through an open, publicly accessible gate. It's an outdated and almost unused law that most police forces stopped relying on long ago because it's too broad and often misused. Yet here is an inspector, not a new recruit, pulling it out as if it were a winning argument.
Trespass.
We
haven't been asked to leave. It's not aggravated trespass. No, you don't need to grab me. Get your hand off me. I'm coming. I'm complying.
Walk me,
Get
please.
your hand off me. Get your hand off me.
Have a look.
Inspector, I'm complying. You don't need to grab me. What? Trespass is a civil offence, Inspector. Can you get your hand off me, please? Get your hand off me. I don't want to resist, but get your hand off me. I can get you off me. Then get off me then, please.
Stop struggling.
I'm complying.
Stop
Can you get off me, please?
You're
Can you
under
get off
arrest.
me? Can you get off me?
I'm restraining you. Stop struggling.
I'm not trying to run away, am I? I'm complying, aren't I?
Stop struggling.
Well, can you get off me?
You're
Let's
pulling
compromise.
away.
I'm not going to pull away. Can you
Okay,
get off
come
me?
on.
Can you get off me, please? Or I'm not going to come.
Stop struggling. Stop struggling. This
I'm not
man's
struggling.
under arrest.
He's under arrest.
Vagrancy Act 1824.
All right, come on, mate. Out you come. Let's go. What act? 1824.
Mate. You twice now.
No, explain. What's the offence? Trespass is a civil
Well,
offence.
I've got you under control, and you're being compliant. We'll have a conversation.
Okay. You could just ask me to leave and I could leave.
You're not leaving, are you, mate?
Well, I will leave. You haven't asked me to leave.
in the first place.
Yeah, but there's an implied right of access. So it's not aggravated trespass.
Oh, right, whatever, mate. You can talk about.
No, it's not about whatever, mate. It's not aggravated trespass, is it? I'm not struggling, mate.
can't pull
So
it
I'm not trying to pull away. I'm not.
All right, I don't want to break your camera.
All right, you're not. I'm not.
So let's just...
You have to.
What Coley said wasn't an opinion, it was clear law. Implied right of access means the public is allowed to enter through an open gateway to reach a reception area unless that access has clearly been removed, such as by locked gates, barriers, or a direct order to leave. None of that happened here. The entrance was left open, security didn't stop him, and no one told him to leave before the inspector rushed to arrest him. So when the officer said, "You shouldn't be here in the first place," he wasn't stating the law, he was showing he didn't understand it. Coley was right. Without clear removal of access, it isn't aggravated trespass, it isn't a crime, and it doesn't justify an arrest. The officer's dismissive "whatever, mate" was simply what someone says when they have no legal argument left.
You'd be under arrest for trespassing when you're invited in.
You weren't invited.
Of course you have. I've got it on camera. That's what I just said. By the security guards, I've got everything on camera. I can stop the camera now and show it to you.
Do you know what? Let the inspector do what he's got to do. Yeah.
Yeah, but you're.
And then you can investigate that, and then you can go.
But you see, as a police officer, yeah, like, are you not supposed to do the investigation? You've said that we're under arrest for trespassing. Not you, the inspector.
Because we don't know this.
Yeah, but I'm saying.
You just don't under arrest. Excuse me.
Yes, yeah, they said I'm under arrest as well.
Hang on, man. Thank you very much.
You can't stop my recording though.
You've been arrested, mate. You're under arrest, mate.
Why are you doing this when I'm compliant? So can you just let my arms go so I can walk freely? Why no? Why are you acting like this? What are you trying to be?
Taking you out.
Like what's all of this about?
Situation is you're trespassing.
The situation is I've been invited here, which I said I've got on camera. This one is still recording, which I can play back to you, and I'm in handcuffs. Anyway, this will go to my solicitor. You all will be in trouble anyway.
This moment completely destroyed the officer's story. Coley's friend calmly told them he had clear video showing security letting them through the gate, which is the most important evidence for deciding whether any crime happened at all. Instead of checking that claim, the officer brushed it off and said, "Let the inspector do what he has to do." That isn't proper policing. It's blindly backing a colleague's mistake instead of stopping a wrongful arrest. An officer's first duty is to investigate, not to approve whatever an inspector has already decided. When a member of the public offers evidence that could prove their innocence right away, officers should want to see it. Doing so can prevent a false arrest, unnecessary force, wasted time, and even a lawsuit. But in this case, the officers chose convenience over the truth.
Have a seat down there, buddy.
Let's come to some sort of...
I'm in cuffs, you know.
You're arrested and you're still recording. Sit down.
Section 4 of vagrancy act. Criminal offence, okay? Trespassing on enclosed premises. The inspector's just explained it to the other chap. He's going to come over and explain it to you.
Is that your phone or his phone?
No, that's my phone.
It's this gentleman's.
Now in the video, Coley explains what happened after he and his friend were arrested.
We were placed in a van, taken to the big bad Collindale police station, where we were kept for about 12 hours before finally being interviewed by PC Heslin, who at the time informed us that we would be further arrested for aggravated trespass. Guys, remember, for trespass to be aggravated, you must be disrupting or otherwise obstructing people from carrying out their lawful business. Aggravated trespass legislation is often used to deter travellers from setting up shop on private property, which affects people from going about their business. So in that capacity, aggravated trespass is not a piece of legislation that would be used to arrest photographers. It's got a pretty obvious kind of use.
Being taken to Collindale and held for 12 hours just because of an open gate is already shocking. It becomes even more ridiculous when PC Heesling tells him he's now being arrested again for aggravated trespass. This makes no sense because Coley entered through a public entrance, was never stopped by security, and wasn't blocking or interfering with anyone. Ironically, every extra hour they kept him only made his case stronger. As Coley later explained, it ended up being the easiest civil claim he has ever made.
PC Heslin even said before the recording started in the interview that this offence was a non-starter and that he was just sent to take the interview. By the expression on his face and his body language, he too agreed that this whole situation was a bit of a show. Like it just seemed like he was just sent to take the interview. But shortly after the interview was complete, we were put back in the cells before being released and given a piece of paper reading refusal to charge. I think this is different to NFA. I think NFA they can reopen the case if further evidence emerges. Not 100% on that, but that's what I believe. So following this, obviously the first thing I did was consult my legal team and explain to them what had happened. They were very confused when I explained to them that I was arrested under the Vagrancy Act, as they were unfamiliar with it. So they requested that I obtain the custody record from the Met and give it to them before they could investigate any further. I made the subject access request on the 6th of January asking for a copy of the custody record. They got back to me on Valentine's Day with the custody record. I then forwarded this information to my legal team, who have since filed a letter before claim against the Met Police, and so we wait. But yeah, as soon as I got the custody record, sent it to my solicitors, and boom, like they were on it. They got it moving straight away. So clearly they see this case as a high prospect of success, because they didn't mess about at all. Yeah, big up my legal team as well. Good job, you guys.
Lawyers don't act that quickly unless a case is an obvious high-value win. They immediately confirmed receipt, opened a case file, and started preparing a formal claim against the police. That isn't normal procedure. It shows they saw an easy victory. An unlawful arrest, use of an outdated law, no proper investigation, damaged equipment, and 12 hours in custody is exactly the kind of case legal firms like, because it's almost guaranteed to succeed. What happened at Hendon wasn't just a bad police encounter. It was a complete failure of policing standards, and it happened at the very place where officers are trained. The irony is hard to miss. An open public gate, security letting them in, an inspector relying on a Victorian-era law, officers ignoring the right of public access, and no one checking the video that could have cleared everything in minutes. While Coley hasn't shared the final outcome, the legal path makes it obvious. With claims like wrongful arrest, unlawful detention, assault, property damage, and misuse of outdated laws, cases like this usually settle for £3,000 to £8,000. Given how fast his lawyers moved, it's very likely the police paid quietly to make it go away. For Hendon, the academy that trained